Hello, all you scaredy cats and kittens, and welcome to the Two Scaredy Cats podcast, where we talk about all things strange, unusual, and paranormal. We're your hostess with the mostest. I'm Stacy.
And I'm Kara.
So, Kara, what have you been up to since we've talked to you last? It's been a while because I did one by myself 2 weeks ago. A week. Yeah, I guess it would be 2 weeks when this airs. So what have you been up to recently? Anything?
Just spooky Halloween stuff.
I was gonna say, you've done some Halloween stuff. Why don't you tell everybody what you did or where you went and all that?
Well, we went to a haunted house called Fear Columbus. And that was pretty fun.
And how was that? Was it?
They also have a this one's interesting because they also have a winter haunted house where it's all
really?
like Krampus themed. Obviously, right now it's Halloween, but I have been kind of curious because I wanted to kind of check it out for like a Christmas, haunted house would be kind of fun.
Yeah, with Krampus, that would be kind of cool.
And then Saturday, I went to play the One Piece card game, and I entered a card game.
Fun. And then a week or two before that, didn't you go to a pumpkin festival?
Pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
Got pumpkins and whatnot that we're gonna carve this weekend. I guess either tonight or tomorrow. We haven't decided when. Probably tonight, maybe. I don't know. Depends on.
I was gonna say probably on a night when Mario doesn't have to get up early in the morning.
And then the other night we watched Nightmare Before Christmas. That's
funny you mentioned that because there's a friend of mine that I bowl with every week. Mm-hmm. Me and Mrs. Dean bowl, and our other friend Andrea, she just got married back in August, and she was having her party for her like wedding reception party, okay? And she decided to have a Halloween costume party / reception.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun actually. She did a really good job. Like she had all these really cool like hors d'oeuvres and stuff. And she had this really cool cheese ball. I'll have to send you a photo of it. It was really cool. Of Jack Skellington face. I don't know if you've seen it online or not, but I swear it looked just like Jack Skellington. It was a cheese ball. It was really cool. And then she was she really loves The Nightmare Before Christmas. And she had this whole collection of all the people from it, like Jack and Sally, and then the whatchamacallit, Oogie's guys, the little ones, Lock, Stock, and Barrel, and all them. So she had all that stuff. Yeah. So, because I knew, she loves, and oh my gosh, and she has this really cool statue of Jack that lights up. It's really neat. When you walk in, it's almost as tall as, it's maybe about 4 or 5 feet tall, and it's like a ceramic statue. But I got her this really cool, it's like a metal thing, and it's like the hill that Jack and Sally walk on, and it's got Jack and Sally, and then Zero's there too, and it's like black, and it's like this pretty metal thing, and she just hung it up the other day. She sent me a photo. But yeah, we had fun. They played we played a game. It was like Wrap the Mummy, but with we used toilet paper to make a mummy, and there was 2 people on a team, and you had to wrap one person up, and the other one they stood still while you wrapped them. But they were not allowed to turn. We had to do all the turning. Oh my god, me and Mrs. Dean were partners, and I thought I was gonna pass out by the time we were done because I was so dizzy from turning around her or whatever. But we didn't win that. But we did win the costume contest. I dressed up as Bob Ross, and she was my paintbrush. So she was dressed up like a paintbrush.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll have to put a photo in the group, the family chat, and then I'll post one on a thing. It was hysterical. Dad thought it was funny when I left the house.
Wow.
I just wore the thing. It's got a beard and hair, and I just wore it out the door. People were staring at me. I'm like, I don't care because. It was really hot, though. That night, remember, it was still warm out. So I was, dying by the end of the night because it was still warm.
I know, now it's cool.
But, yeah, so that's what I did on Saturday. And then the Pumpkin Festival, obviously, everybody went on Saturday because Sunday it rained all day and was cold as could be. So nobody went Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, because I'm going to that haunted house bar. Well, by the time you hear this, I've already been. Because this is coming out on Halloween, and we have a reservation on the 30th. Normally, I go every year, but normally it's in November, so it'll be really interesting to go like actually during Halloween, because they always have like themed, like they decorate. They probably go all
Nice.
out for Halloween, I would
Cool.
hope.
Oh, I'm sure they do. You have to take lots of
Oh, I
photos. I'm
know.
dying to
I'm
see
really
what this looks
excited.
like.
I want to dress up for it and see how it's gonna be. Cause
Yeah, you should. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Or what do you think you're gonna do?
I don't know. I was thinking about doing Pennywise. Did you know that there's a new Pennywise series coming out?
Yes, it's gonna be on
Yeah, it
HBO.
comes out-
It's all about dairy. It's called like Dairy.
Well, technically 2 days from when we're recording this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that looks
I
really
actually
cool.
wanna watch it.
I want to see that. It looks good. But did you hear how they're doing it though? They're not releasing all the episodes at one time. It's like that new thing they do, like they did with like Last of Us, where where they'll probably do 2 for the first time, and then they'll do 1 every week after that, just to give everybody a heads up. So, but I thought that was I saw that. It looks really cool because not only does it's basically the story of it again, but it also has a lot of the characters from other stories in Stephen King's In the Town of Derry. Like you have like the vampires from Salem's Lot. You have several of them that like run together and that are in there also. So that'll be really cool. Like Pet Sematary in there. Like, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they interweave all these other Stephen King stories in with the It storyline thing.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Look out for that, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess by the time you see this, you'll be able to watch it, but that's on HBO Max, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, and if anybody has not checked out the Ed Gein story on Netflix, oh my God, I highly recommend it. It is crazy. It's by Ryan Murphy, who's done all the American Horror Story and all that, right? He's the one that directed it. It's really, really good. Like really good.
Which one's Ed Gein?
He's the guy that lived on the farm, and it basically Psycho is based off of that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off what he did. He basically was a cannibal, and he would eat people. Okay, he would skin them, and he would make he was obsessed with like the Nazis and all the crazy stuff that they were doing. You know how like they were doing horrific things with people and stuff, and he would do that, and he like tried to he would make his own stuff. Like, it was insane. Like, he would make lamps and stuff. I mean, it was just gross and... yeah. Really it was... Yeah. I mean...
his name sounded familiar. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah. I mean, it's really horrifying, the things that he did to people. And there's speculation that he killed his brother, too. Like, but there's no... Like, nobody can prove it because this happens, like, way long... This, like, back in the... I want to say the late 1800s, almost early 1900s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that this happened. So there, there's nobody, like no survivors really left from that time period, I guess.
He died in 1984.
Was it 84? I thought it was 1950. Well, he helped. Did you know that after he got caught, though, he helped the FBI and all them find other serial killers. Like he helped them find John Wayne Gacy. He helped them find Ted Bundy. He helped them figure out like what his stick was or how he was, getting all these people to murder them in that. I don't think he helped out with Jeffrey Dahmer. I think it was just those two. But it's crazy, like, how many psycho serial killers he helped put away later in life. But he was a very interesting person. There's another show that was coming. Oh, they're doing another miniseries on John Wayne Gacy. I think that's on Peacock, and that comes out, like, I want to say, if it's not out already, it will be out any day now. And John Wayne Gacy is a guy that dressed up like a clown and he was killing like gay people, like gay men. He would kill them and bury them underneath he had a crawl space in his house, and he killed, I want to say it was like 20, 25 people that he had under his house.
Apparently like his clown makeup was like not good clown makeup. Like it was to make him look like you're not supposed to use pointed. Like normal clowns, like, well, you know what I mean, but they're not supposed to use pointed shapes.
Really?
Like if you like look into the shapes of his like clown.
Well, yeah, his eyes. Remember, he had like diamonds on his like.
Pointy.
Yeah. Huh. I did not know that. I didn't know there was like a thing.
Yeah, normal. Like, I mean, obviously it's not like a hard fast rule, but like in clown lore or whatever, you're not like traditional clowns that go to parties. That's like normally you try and keep rounded corners because you're just supposed to accentuate like the harsh points or
Huh. I did not know that. Interesting. Learn something new every day.
More scary clown.
Yeah. Huh. I never knew that. But yeah. So there's a lot of good stuff out there, guys, for this spooky holiday season. For the next couple of days or weeks, you should, or at least for the next week or two, you should have a lot of cool, scary stuff to watch. But yeah, but that's all that's been going on around here.
Yeah, it's Halloween. Well, when you're listening to
this will be Halloween. Yeah, so happy Halloween to everybody out there. Yeah, so happy Halloween to everybody. Hopefully you don't get scared too bad on Halloween and you have fun and get lots of, tricks or treats, not a lot of tricks.
Yeah, hopefully some of the stuff we're going to talk about doesn't happen to you.
Yeah, really.
Or you don't
experience any of this.
We'll talk about that though.
All right. So today we're basically going to be talking about the origin story of like Halloween and some of the lesser known Halloween folklore / like I wouldn't say urban legends, but I guess traditions that are out there in some other cultures. The first one that I'm going to be talking about today is called and I apologize in advance because I do not speak Chinese and I'm probably going to butcher this name. So we're going to be talking about the Jiang Shi, which are called hopping vampires. Oh. So yeah, this is kind of crazy. So Jiang Shi are known as these hopping vampires, or they're also known as stiff corpse. And this is rooted in Chinese folklore. So the Jiang Shi originated in ancient China, and they can be traced all the way back to traditional Chinese beliefs about the afterlife. So according to the legends, any person who dies under unusual circumstances or without the proper rituals, because I guess in China when people die, they have certain rituals that they perform on them to make sure that they will go on to the afterlife and not be stuck as a ghost, experience what they're supposed to experience after they die. So if they don't have the proper rituals done, then their body ends up being reanimated as a corpse, apparently. And so they end up, when they get reanimated as this corpse, they apparently hop around with their arms outstretched in search of life force or chi, or usually in the form of like vital energy is what they call it, from the living. So they'll basically drain you dry. So these undead monsters are usually recognized or are seen with dark robes, red-topped caps, and they'll usually have like some type of talisman on their forehead, and they have deathly pale skin, which is, similar to our vampires that we have here, in the Western Hemisphere. And just like our Western vampires, the Jiang Shi are apparently do not like the sunlight. They usually stay in coffins, or they'll hide in dark places during the day. And the reason why they do that is so that in order for them to stay alive, because, apparently if they get into light, they burn, just like, the vampires that we've seen in all the movies and all the lore that you've heard about over the years. So for these hopping vampires to stay alive, they need to kill living creatures. And how they do that is they basically absorb their life essence or their and they do this at night, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. So that is the Jiang Shi. And then next, I came across another really interesting type of Halloween creature belief, urban legend belief, whatever you want to call it, folklore, from the Philippines. And that is called the Kapre. Now, I've never heard of this one before. And the Kapre are tree-dwelling giants. Okay, this is kind of crazy. So it's believed that these creatures are described as tall, dark, and hairy tree-dwelling giants. They are deeply embedded in the Philippines culture, and its origin can be traced all the way back to pre-colonial times. They are often depicted as chain smokers, and they are said to live in these large trees, and in particular, a type of tree called the bolite, which is a type of ficus tree. And basically, they say that in some of the places, sorcery or witchcraft rituals are performed inside of these trees because they have these giant chambers that are formed inside the trees. I mean, these trees are huge, and they have these giant trunks. So apparently, sorcery and witchcraft was performed in there. I guess they believed because you're inside the tree, you're getting energy from the tree and all that stuff. It's also said that in Philippine culture, people do not have a balit tree in their home because they say that they allegedly invite the spirits into the tree to live in it, I guess. I don't know. And then it'll haunt your house and bring you bad luck.
Oh.
Yeah. But, everybody has their thing that they believe in. So that's what they believe in the Philippines. Also with these Kapre, it's said that they're known to be a trickster by nature. And they also have this ability to confuse and trick travelers. So they like to mess with travelers a lot, it seems, from what I've read about them. So, but anyway, I thought that was interesting. So that's like 2 little Halloween legends I found, 2 other places that sometimes we don't hear a lot about, you know what I mean? Like what other countries believe in during Halloween and stuff. So what do you have for us today, Kara?
All right. Well, we're going to be going to Ireland today.
Okay.
And discussing the Cave of the Cats, known as Oweynagat, which translates to the Cave of the Cats, which is why we call it that. This is also where we get Samhain, which is the festival that became Halloween, or where most of our Halloween customs come from today. I did not realize that this all originates from this cave that's just in Ireland. Like, I'd never heard that before.
Yeah, I want to go check out this cat
we're
cave
gonna learn
in Ireland.
about this mysterious cave, which is also known as the Gate to Hell.
Oh, wonderful.
And the Otherworld.
Oh, okay,
We're
nice.
going to learn all about that today.
All right.
There's some wild stuff that was coming out of this cave, and it's crazy how far back this dates, actually. Like, really far back. Like, we're talking Neolithic. So that's like 4000 BC.
How did they date it? Did they actually go in and pull rocks out and soil samples out?
We're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. But I was like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
This area.
Yeah, that far back.
Like,
wow.
obviously the area where the cave is.
Okay.
And located. So we're going to get into it. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So, the Cave of the Cats is near Tulsk in County Roscommon, which is in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
The location is considered to be the birthplace of Samhain, as we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And the cave is well known in Irish folklore. It is mentioned multiple times as the gate to the Hell and Otherworld. And is also tied to the Morrigan, which is a goddess you might have heard of.
Yeah, isn't she like a death
well-known
goddess or something? Or
yes,
okay.
She is a goddess of war, death, magic, prophecy, and fate.
All right, I have heard of her
before. She's related to this as well.
Okay.
So there's a lot. She's also tied to this cave. This is like a crazy story. So this cave is tucked underneath a hawthorn tree on the edge of Rothcrogan.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm sorry if I butcher any of these very, very Irish names. Rothcrogan consists of over 240 archaeological sites.
Wow.
So 60 of which are protected national monuments. This is one of the 6 royal sites of Ireland and is the oldest and largest unexcavated royal site in Europe.
Wow.
So that's what we were talking about when I said that this is from Neolithic.
Mm-hmm.
So basically it hasn't even been excavated. It's just
wow.
You know how they'll excavate, they'll dig it up because it got basically as time passes, it gets underground. Because it's all mounds. It's like a city of mounds.
Oh, okay. So you mean some of it got unearthed by whatever it was, rain or whatever, and you can see it. So what you're saying?
Well, you can't really see it now.
Oh.
It's all still underground.
Oh, okay.
So, but they just have left it alone.
Huh.
To,
Right.
I mean, obviously you can still go visit it and they'll take you through parts of it.
Really? Ooh, we gotta go.
I know. I'm I really want to go because you can actually get tours to it. I think right now, at least in 2024, it was closed down. It might be okay now. But you can go inside the cave. It's not as crazy as you would think, but it's definitely ominous. So this cave is on the outskirts of this Rothcrogan.
Okay.
Area. The monuments range from Neolithic, like I mentioned, Bronze and Iron Ages. So there's a wealth of history.
Wow.
Here.
Yeah.
And this is Celtic, basically, all that crazy stuff.
Uh-huh.
So mentions of the cave and its significance in history began in the 9th century. Oweynagat was believed to be an entrance to the otherworld, and it was actually later tied to the Christian hell. And it was also, like, the otherworld is allegedly inhabited by the Fae and other, like, spirits and whatnot. So its connection to Samhain. So what is Samhain, you might be asking? You might know this, but if not, the name Samhain is actually Irish for November. And the festival begins the night of October 31st.
On Halloween.
And then goes into the morning of November 1st. Samhain marked the end of summer and the harvest and the beginning of winter. Celts believed this was a time that when the boundary between the living and the dead were blurred and the spirits of the dead would return to earth.
That's the same as in Mexico, remember, with the Day of the Dead. They believe that the veil between...
Yeah. It did remind me of that, too. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting how, like, so many cultures have very similar...
Beliefs
things.
Are the same. Same.
Beliefs are very similar, but, like, it's the same date.
Right, yeah.
So it's really weird.
That is the crazy part, that it's the same exact date.
And it was believed on that day that the Morrigan, we talked about the goddess earlier, would open a portal to the otherworld during this time. She would open the portal inside of the cave.
Okay.
That we were talking about.
Right.
That I was talking about earlier. The
cat cave, yeah.
They would dress up to avoid being, like, dragged down into the otherworld. People would dress up as ghouls and monsters to blend in, because all the spirits would come out of the cave. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why you would dress up as, like, monsters and stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then they would have these giant bonfires. And instead of candy, they would actually gift people animal carcasses.
Oh, gross. Okay.
I did not know that. I've never heard that part
yeah.
before. So that was kind of interesting. And Oweynagat was closely tied to Samhain during this time, during period, because the Irish believed that the prehistoric graves would open up, because the Rothkragen, there was a lot of graves as well. So not only, like, they built up, there was, like, catacombs, not like catacombs, but similar... Like, there would be burial mounds and stuff with bodies. And they believed at that time that's when they would all come out and they would come out of the cave. Prehistoric graves would open up and the gods and spirits would walk the earth during the festival. During this time, numerous stories of beasts and creatures would flood out from Oweynagat, would circulate. One story that is believed to be why it's referred to as the cat cave is these magical wild cats would emerge to attack.
Oh, that's weird.
There was also... I know.
Okay.
There was another story of a triple-headed monster that would come out of this cave. And then another about these small red birds that would come out. And their breath was so... They had this, like, gross breath that would cause things to die. And, like, the leaves and the plants would just start dying.
Really? Ooh, that sounds gross.
Yeah. And there was also a herd of pigs.
Oh, okay, nice.
They would be able to vanish on their own, and they could shed flesh that people would, if, like, a person would grab it, it would be able to shed that flesh.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be captured.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, that's weird. That's some crazy stuff I've never heard.
So one of the stories of Morrigan that links to the Oweynagat cave is that she would emerge from the cave in the Tainbo Regman on a chariot pulled by a one-legged chestnut horse.
One-legged
horse? Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah, right? Exactly. All right. Maybe a three-legged, but not a one. How does that even work?
So she brings a cow guided by a giant with a forked staff to breed with a brown bull.
Okay, interesting.
And then there's another story of the Morrigan coming out of this cave. It takes the cows of a woman named Odris, who follows her into the cave. Before falling under an enchanted sleep, upon awaking, she sees the Morrigan, who whispers a spell over her, turning Odris into a river.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So it is also said that during Samhain, when the gates are open, you can actually travel to the otherworld if you are carrying a corpse on you. And that's a way that you can cross over into because I think that the key is the corpse. So if you're carrying a corpse with you in this cave, you're able to traverse into the otherworld.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah. So that is what I have.
So I guess they're saying the corpse is like the key to get to the other side.
I think so, because like it's that kind of in between.
Right. No, I hear you.
Period.
Huh.
So that's.
So are there any legends like of today? Stories of like anything weird happening today?
A lot of people
there?
don't really like going near it.
Okay.
Like obviously, there's still a lot of like superstition around it. You know, people who travel,
right, or
tourists will still go in there, but a lot of the locals won't.
Really,
or
they
try
avoid
to avoid it.
Huh.
There was one story of like a cow that went into it.
What?
And then it ended up disappearing, and it reappeared very far away.
Okay, weird.
That's very weird. I know.
Yeah, that is strange.
But you, like I said, you should look into it. But you can't. It's like not a lot of people go to visit it because not a lot of people know about.
Really, I want to go. That place sounds kind of neat.
It looks really cool too.
Huh.
Like I was looking at photos of it, and like all the history is really interesting. Like that's such old.
Yeah. Huh.
Like Neolithic.
Yeah, that's crazy. BC. Yeah, that is insane. Not a lot in this world is that old. You know what I mean? Or can claim that it's that old. That's crazy.
There's obviously more that you can look into if you're curious, but I figured there you go. Now you've learned some stuff about Samhain.
Mm-hmm. And Halloween, some of the backstory.
And where it
originated.
Originated, allegedly. Mm-hmm. Like, you never know, but that's where a lot of people believe it. Because of the earliest.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You know, because I believe it was in the 9th century is the first time it was, like, recorded history, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
about obviously they were able to predate the archaeological site near it.
Right.
But the connection of the cave was made there. And there's also like just like inscriptions and stuff around. It's pretty wild.
Has anybody seen any apparitions of anything crazy or anything around there? Like
you can go on a haunted tour. So I'm like,
really?
If it's a haunted tour, it has to be like ghostly.
Yeah, some kind of thing has to have been seen for them to claim.
There's like not a lot about it online either.
Really?
Like I had to do a lot of digging.
Huh.
Like you'd think that people would talk about it more.
You would think.
Maybe it's because it's Irish.
Maybe, and maybe if you're like on the Irish websites and boards, maybe you should look up Irish Reddit and see if they list it on there and talk about it. Since you can find everything on Reddit these days, apparently. I had to laugh. I was talking to somebody and they're like, yeah, I was reading on Reddit. And I'm like, okay. That's all I need to know.
What's wrong with Reddit?
There's nothing wrong with Reddit, but you got to take it with a grain. You know what I mean? Like anything these days, you got to take it with a grain of salt. I just thought it was funny that they were quoting from Reddit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would list that as my main source of information.
There's some good paranormal stories on Reddit.
Oh, though. I know there is. Trust me. I am in some of them.
All the good stuff. Yep. All the good, like, personal accounts as opposed to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hearsay.
But you know what I found with Reddit? Sometimes you got to be careful because there'll be like these stupid, like, stories that people made up. And then, like, have you going forever and you're like, oh, this will be really good. I should do research on this. And then I get to the story and they're like, oh, well, that was just a story I made. I'm like, what? I'm like, why? I hate that we can't, those things can't be filtered out when you're looking for stuff. Like there was something I was looking up the other day and it was about this crazy girl that lived with her parents and I don't know, she was just like insane and she killed all these people. And then I come to find out at the end of this that it really wasn't a true story. Then I'm like, why were you acting like it was a true story the whole time?
Yeah, you gotta be careful because there's some that are like, there's like some subreddits are like just fake stories, but then there's like some that are, you're supposed to post real stories. But yeah. It's a double-edged sword on Reddit.
I know, but it's very aggravating because I'm invested all this time in it thinking it's like a real true story. And then it'll be like, oh no, that was just a made-up story.
Well, a lot of the subreddits, they require you to write it as if you are personally experiencing it.
Well, maybe that's what the problem is.
I've seen that before.
I know.
Because it looks like a personal account.
Yes, and that's what pisses me off. I hate
it's
that.
One, I think, I don't remember which one. Maybe it's in the No Sleep subreddit, but it's one of them that I know that you have to format your stories like that.
Like
so it confuses people. Yes. It sounds like it's legit.
Right. And then you get to the very end and they'll be like, and that's just a made up story, and I'm like, seriously? I put all this time and energy
into it. The paranormal subreddit's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm on that. But like I said, like, you know, sometimes I put all this energy into something.
Yeah.
And your first clue, people, if you're ever like, you know, on one of these subreddits and you're reading, if you can't find any information about the topic they're talking about, then it's probably not real. I found that out real quick. Like, I'm thinking, oh, this would be great. It's one that I haven't heard of yet. And, you know, not a lot of people are talking about it. And then I go out and I'm like, yeah, because it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's made up.
Yeah.
But anyway. So hopefully everybody has a fantastic Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, you guys
hopefully
get to
don't receive a corpse instead of candy.
Yes, that was.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. That'd be awfully hard to carry around though, to give, you know what I mean? Like, how many of those do you have laying about? Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I think I said it was like it's a whole festival to celebrate like the end of the harvest and going into winter and whatnot.
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that, because there is a book by Sarah Maas that I just got through reading. There's like 4 or 5 in the series that I just got through reading, and it's like one of the ones that everybody says you need to read. And in it, they talk about this particular one, and it's like a cave, and they go to it, and it's like the
Morrigan.
Yeah, Morrigan is actually named in the book. The one guy, the lead elf, fairy, fae, whatever you want to call him, dude, is actually the god, the lord of the underworld. So yeah, he comes up to hang out, you know, in like, you know, not real time, but you know, out from the underworld, and he's just, you know, doing whatever he does. Well, she takes over all the realms of the fairy world. But they talk about that particular thing in there, and this girl that happened to become, you know, his property or whatever, she actually goes to the hillside and finds the cave, and they're having this huge party, and she has to hide so they don't see her, because if they do, they'll eat her or whatever. It was crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
mentioned
mentioned
sound very similar.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. No, because I was kept wondering, why have I heard that name before? That is why. Now I know why.
Yeah. Because I've heard of the Morrigan before. I just never.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was related to that. Because she's
like
sometimes
like Irish.
That's the name they use for like a vampire, right? Like the female vampire sometimes, right?
Well, there's actually a character. Morrigan is the name of a vampire character in one of the Darkstalkers is the name of the video game.
Okay, that's why she's. I feel like, yeah, I've heard her name used before in vampire lore. Interesting.
I don't know if she's a vampire, but I think she's like a succubus or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
but she looks like a vampire. I don't know.
Same, right? Just
who knows? It's still weird that it's the same name. That I think about it.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And spelled the same.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for, you know, Kapre while you're out there. You know.
Yeah. Make sure you dress up in a costume so they don't drag you into
the pits of hell. Yeah, man. Hopefully you get lots of candy and good stuff.
Yeah, don't be too silly this Halloween.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed the podcast today, please be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Two Scaredy Cats Podcast. And don't forget to leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It really helps the show get discovered. And tune in 2 weeks for our next episode. And to you, all our scaredy cats and kittens out there, remember, curiosity didn't kill these 2 scaredy cats.